Good afternoon, everyone. That breaking news. New information at this hour on the triple shooting that occurred on CoStar Street in Rochester last night. The Rochester Police Department has just confirmed the law enforcement officer who they say is responsible for shooting two women, resulting in the death of one and the hospitalization of another, is a member of the Greece Police Department. Following this altercation, police say the shooter, who has been identified as 29-year-old Tiffani Gaston, died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Police officers are primarily employed to keep the public safe. But what happens when the person you are expecting to keep safe turns out to be the reason your life is in danger? Unable to handle the approaching separation, the officer regrettably chose to shoot her girlfriend and her sister. She then turned the pistol on herself in what appears to be a murder-suicide. Let's explore this story in more detail to learn the true cause of this sad demise. Before we begin this video, we would like to express our deepest sympathies to the family and friends who were severely affected by this horrible crime. We would also like to send condolences to Angely's family and friends. Today's case takes us to Rochester. Rochester is a city located in western New York on the southern shore of Lake Ontario. The city has a population of around 210,000 residents, making it the third largest city in the state after New York City and Buffalo. Rochester is known for its rich history in innovation and industry. It was once a major hub for manufacturing and is home to companies like Eastman Kodak, Xerox, and Bosch and Lomb. It has earned the nickname the Flower City due to its famous annual Lilac Festival and the legacy of its horticultural industry. Tiffani Gaston was born January 27, 1993. In September 2018, Tiffani Gaston became the first African-American woman to work for the Greece Police Department. Officials in Greece said she was a traffic patrol officer. Gaston grew up on Rochester's west side and graduated from Wilson High School. She received her criminal justice degree from Rochester Institute of Technology in 2015. Before being hired in Greece, she briefly worked for the Monroe County Sheriff's Office in the jail. Tiffani was reported to have loved her work, enjoyed helping others, and wished to have a positive influence on the next generation. Additionally, she was dating 27-year-old Angely Solis. She was regarded as someone who loved protecting her children, enjoyed being a mother, and did everything in her power to look after them. According to many who knew her, she was enjoyable to be around and loved to have fun. In addition to being an online photographer, she was a hairstylist who worked on people's hair to support her and her children. Tiffani was a member of the LGBTI community, and at first she appeared to be open to Solis's children. She was eager to love and accept her for everything she brought. Even after they started dating, Angie apparently encountered numerous problems that they were able to handle while others were unable to, and it is said that she suffered from mental health concerns for years but never addressed them. When Angie saw that the relationship was not working out and that Gaston was having mental health problems, she was prepared to end it. Prior to joining the Greek police, Tiffani Gaston applied for positions with various law enforcement organizations. However, her applications were turned down because of her mental health issues. Solis allegedly ran away from her because she was fed up with the way she treated her. Angely Solis, sadly, would not have much time to raise her kids. On November 14, 2022, Lieutenant Greg Bello of the Rochester Police Department said that around 7:20 p.m., emergency responders were called to a home on CoStar Street, near Saratoga Avenue, after numerous persons were shot. According to investigators, Gaston shot two other women before killing herself. The three were discovered outside the residence, according to the State Attorney General's office. Solis called her sister during an altercation before dialing 911. The 911 call signaled an ongoing conflict or struggle. The sister tried to break up the quarrel when she got to the house, but Gaston pulled out a revolver, shot both of the sisters, and then shot Solis again while she was on the ground. Before shooting herself in the head, Angie was shot twice, once in the chest and once in the head. Tiffani Gaston shot and killed Angely Solis and injured her sister, Deanette Solis, at their shared home. Angely Solis was pronounced dead on the scene. Gaston was rushed to a hospital and pronounced dead. Deanette Solis was taken to the hospital after suffering non-life-threatening injuries to her upper body from multiple gunshot wounds.
New details tonight in the murder-suicide from last night in the city of Rochester. Rochester police today releasing the identity of the law enforcement officer involved in all of this. That officer, Tiffani Gaston of the Greece Police Department.
Gaston police say shot two women, one fatally, before turning the gun on herself. Isabel Garcia joins us live from the Public Safety Building in Rochester with new updates from the Attorney General's office, which is now investigating. Isabel.
Yes, good evening to both of you. The Attorney General's office just issuing an update within the last hour to this investigation, noting the firearm used was not Greece police officer Tiffani Gaston's issued service weapon. Now, Rochester police also identifying the victim who was fatally shot as 27-year-old Angely Solis. The third victim is now recovering at Strong Memorial Hospital. New details in the murder-suicide involving Greece police officer Tiffani Gaston. Officers with Rochester Police Department were first called to the area of Coster Street shortly before 7:30 Monday night. According to the New York Attorney General's office, officers found Gaston, 27-year-old Angely Solis, and a third unnamed woman in her 30s with gunshot wounds all outside of the home on Coster Street. Solis was pronounced dead at the scene. Gaston died on the way to the hospital, according to police. The third person shot was taken to Strong and is expected to recover. Greece police issuing a statement Tuesday afternoon expressing collective sorrow and grief. According to the statement, Officer Gaston had been with the department since September of 2018, having recently been assigned to the road patrol afternoon shift. Greece police clarify Gaston was off duty at the time of the shooting. And according to the Attorney General's office, RPD officers recovered a Smith & Wesson 9mm handgun at the scene, which they determined is not Ms. Gaston's service weapon. And as you saw in some of the footage there is a small memorial and vigil set up at the location where this happened on Coster Street, some balloons and some candles as well. And we will continue to, of course, follow any further developments in this case and bring you those updates both on air and online. For now, though, we'll send it back to you in the studio. Reporting live in Rochester, Isabel Garcia, News 8. All
right, Isabel, thank you. Greece police noted in the statement they are working in cooperation with Rochester Police and the AG's office.
As to the State Attorney General's office, the three were found outside the residence. The Attorney General's office announced late that it was looking into the killings. The Attorney General's office released a statement stating that the police in Rochester found a 9mm handgun at the scene, which they determined is not Ms. Gaston's service weapon. On behalf of the Town of Greece Police Department, let me convey our collective sadness and anguish over the incidents that transpired, the statement said. It is terrible that Angie's life had to end just because she wanted to end the relationship. She begged for her life, she begged for her kids, and she even asked the neighbors for assistance. We offer our sympathies to the friends and family of Angie. We hope they find comfort in the memories they have of her. If you would like to stay updated with this type of content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the following video.